Hello guys, hope you guys are able to hear me. So I'll be continuing my last discussion itself. Again, it will be more of silent talking, but I'll do the side-by-side chat and if required, some resume reviews. Just an FYI, please, if, any, if anyone is new, also I was designing API rate limiter. Basically, why do we need rate limiting? Because we want to limit the traffic. Right, so this was allow certain number of requests and delivery framework. So how does so we have a rate limiter interface. So we had a rate limiter interface. That's one thing, and then this rate limiter interface had a function allow request that would kind of allow requests, and we will be implementing different rate limiters like token bucket and then time window. And then the another thing is that. Uh, So you will also have a rate limit config that you will pass into when you are creating that thing. So if I go to, so this is like my token bucket rate limiter, and it has a user buckets. So basically user buckets is like for each user ID. And yesterday we didn't run it basically. Now I want to try running it also. So I have a user bucket and rate limit config and then interface. So we usually majorly have three classes. Hey Giri Shankar, what's up? What's up? Thank you, bro. Thanks to everyone who has subscribed. Uh, Bali Raja, mostly it should be like to solve more unseen problems, right? If you are solving more unseen problems, you will probably uh, eventually feel that intuition. But if I would have to guide you, participate in a lead code contest. So once you have participated in a lead code contest, right, then you know where do you stand, right? Based on that rating, then pick problems from this website. So this website, each problem has a rating, and then you solve using that. And not sure if you are a new subscriber or you are a old subscriber, but let's say if you're a new subscriber, you can probably watch this video in more detail. Like if you are a new subscriber. Otherwise, I think you should be good enough. This video kind of answers each of your question. So take participates in lead code contest. That is first thing that you need to do. Once you are participating in contests, so this weekend I'll probably create a note of creating this on my. So once you uh, and solve new problems, right? So solve SD sheets. All the sheets are there. Pick one and solve, and then start solving new problems. Eventually, you will feel that intuition coming. Start from easy problems. Okay. Rahul Sharma DSA. I agree, bro, but that's the reason why companies pay so much if you're able to solve. When you're in college, DSA is the most important thing. Balraj, thanks for listening, bro. Thanks for joining. Balraj, just let me know in chat if you're a new subscriber or a old subscriber. And feel free to give a like to the stream if you found it helpful. That kind of helps in sending the channel to other people because I myself am very lazy to do publicity of the channel. I am news above. That's really good. So yo, bro, see, I am not saying this because this is my video, but you should definitely watch this one. So in this, I just mentioned this. See, in this, how to get started, which coding platform to do, how many problems to target, how much time, everything I have answered in detail, right? So YouTube should be your main source of learning. You can watch, let's say, if you have to learn a DP series, right? Let me open a new tab. Honorable Raj, thank you so much. So let's say this is for you, Seo. Let's say you have to learn dynamic programming. So this playlist is really good, but he teaches in Hindi. You can see the number of likes he has. This is a really good playlist. So let me just share this. So you guys can see like I don't really share just my videos. I am here to share the good resources, right? So in this same way, other videos are also good of graph like if let's say I have to say graph series. You this video is also good. So still I would say like you can watch this and here you can see like I have not personally watched this series. So I'll not recommend that to anyone, even though it is from Aditya's Verma channel, right? But I myself don't have no, so I can't just sell it out. So some of the good videos out there, cool guys. Okay, so rate limiter, this was the thing. Now if I just run it, nothing will happen. It will just say that system design rate limited by IDK engineer. But now we want to test it out, right? So let's basically test it out. So I'll just create a section also of how many questions I have answered, right? So far I have answered 2 questions. So this will kind of help me to understand how I am contributing in the stream, like whether it is of any use or I should just stop question answering. Question answered in the stream. So that is the rate limiter logic. Now let's try to run it, right? So first we'll create a config. So config, we have a max limit. Let's say 5 is the max limit. And then we also need a double refill rate. And that will be 1.0, let's say 1 token per second. And then we have a int bucket size that is 5. So basically max request and bucket size will always be the same. So now first rate config, right? Rate config. That will be done. We have a rate limit config and we can just call it config is equal to new rate limit config. And you need to pass max request, time, and then these things. Bucket size, not bucket size. So it needs max request, bucket size, and refill rate. So refill rate. But here refill rate is, let's call it double. Double. So now this is config. Hey, loyal bunch. Hello, what's up? What's up? Yes, so for graph and DP both are good, but it doesn't mean that those are good from DSA. Okay, so you have to start from DSA basics. So what I just wanted to show you, like if you have to understand DSA from scratch. So probably you can watch this. I've heard a lot of things from Kunal. You can watch this. You can watch this also. See, everyone will teach you basics good, but the main DSA you will learn by doing it yourself. Okay, just pick the latest video. So that would be my answer. Like for graph and DP, those are good enough. Hey Loyalance, I hope you didn't mind my answer yesterday. Feel free to ask me if you have anything specific. If I don't know the answer, I'll just point you to some good resource regarding the same. Okay. You are very, very junior to me. I don't want to make juniors sad. Cool. So answered Sayog's follow-up question. The number of questions answered in this stream kind of increases. That is useless, bro. In college, they will just teach you theory. Don't just think on what you learned on college is same as what you will do. So you should be able to solve questions in DSA, not know the theory. Like no one is going to, let me give you an example, Sayog. No one is going to ask you, tell me what is a stack. That's not gonna come in an interview. People are gonna ask you this, I'll have to make it like I'll have to put it manually, I think. So this will be fourth as I'm answering. So let's do this. Questions answered in this stream are four, right? Just doing this for my sake so that I know that also how useful this stream is. So, okay. So the thing that I was saying, Suyog, is no one is going to ask you that, okay, tell me stack. That's not going to come through. If that was the question, then everyone would be able to crack the job. So what you are going to get is, let's say you are given two bridges and whatnot, and then solve that, find something, any problem from lead code. So then you'll have to think yourself uh, whether stack will can be applied in that or not. So that is where DSA comes, right? That is the intuition building that you have to do. So so what you learned in college is very different from what you will be asked. So four questions answered. If I answer like close to 10 questions every stream, that is, I think, helpful, man. Bro, just a question. Is AI allowed during development money? How personally we can use if we are stuck? Yes, yes, you should do that, bro. Copilot is used in all of the companies. I used it in Cisco. I used it in Microsoft. Yes, that is there. So you start solving. XC films, yes, you can do, bro. But I would say that stick with Java, Python, or C++. plus plus. So that is question answered by or XC films. Bayali, your question, yes, we can do that. I am leveraging ChatGPT. You can see here also I'm using cursor. So I asked cursor. But you should know, right? You should not heavily depend on that. So that is Bayali's question answered. Uh, can you tell me where can we find all the main DSA? But I already going to ask, I'm not able to get all that. Bro, see, Jason Alva, do you participate in contest? That is a huge game changer. Contests are very much related to OA. So if you're not able to do that, then that is loyalance. That is not a good roadmap, bro. First year learn C++. That is very bad roadmap. Loyalance spend 1 month. Let me type it out. Only 1 month on C++ and then start solving DSA problems from second month of first year. Don't waste the whole year learning a language. By end of first year, you can become awesome in DSA. Royal Edge, because you are very, very junior. That's why I'm personally typing and giving you a good advice. So that's my opinion, guys. You can ignore it, but Royal Edge you should not ignore. See, Sayog. See, Sayog is already so it's not wastage, guys. That's what I say in every live stream. That you guys are like 4 years junior to me. So you are 6 year junior. So by the time you reaches my level, right? By level, a year of experience, you can be better than me. Way better if you just spend your next 2 years properly. So, but yeah, Jason Allah, you need to participate in contest, bro. That's the way to learn. You can't just learn by doing a sheet. If you watch my video also, in here also I mentioned how to improve intuition, revise what you learn. These three problems, these two actually will help you build the intuition. These three will help you build the basics. So these three, last three will help you build the तो शर्मा सर सितंबर से yes, you are correct. Bro, I would say that stick to lead code virtual but participate in HackerRank. So just so that you are familiar with the wide description. So very big description, right? So and just a humble request to everyone, don't forget to hit the like to the stream. It helps in reaching other people. So so this like, I mean this like on the stream. Just a humble request to everyone who is watching. That kind of helps in sending the live stream to other people because I myself don't promote it anywhere, neither on LinkedIn or any uh, just this like button because we have close to 30 people watching and only 11 likes. So that's the reason. Cool. So I have answered Salman's. Wait, Rahul Sharma. Sir, engineers like you are recognized, but teaching also. Bro, Rahul Sharma, my only aim is to just inspire juniors. If any senior joins my channel, then I don't have anything to guide to them, right? My only aim is to help juniors. So, for example, people like Loy Lunch, he's saying that he'll spend 1 year to learn a C and then C++, second year DSA. That is not a good mind because that is not that much deep into C. You don't need to. 1 year is not required, bro. So 1 year is not at all required. So that is only my aim, basically. That's the reason I'm more doing live stream. And it's not like this is new. You can see my old live stream. I was just doing it alone, right? So now I have good audience, so I just answer questions. So answered your question, answered Loyal's question. So basically 10 questions I have answered. This circle needs to be little bit. Uh, Light yummy if I'm working on SAP. So I'll be taking up questions till 11:30, then I'll be working on something, right? And then I'll be taking questions again because I need to at least focus 30 minutes on this. If I'm working on SAP in current service, should I mention it in my resume if I want? If you're working on it, bro, then you should definitely mention. Never lie on your resume, light yummy. Don't lie on your resume. Like you can learn Java and then mention that. But don't lie because you might end up getting questions on the same 11. That would be my advice. Whenever I'm answering, right, probably it is good practice to just type in answered also. So you know you never waste time. Don't think like that. Jason will like, yeah, I haven't given any online courses regularly. One more where I can get good project ideas. Bro, Jason Alva, I say this in every live stream that projects are not. And thank you for saying your content is good, though. I assume that you have watched my videos. So I stress this enough, bro. See now, Jason Alva, you answer me this. You are not able to solve the OA and you are worried about projects. The main focus should be to solve the OA and then less worry about the project, bro. What I would suggest whoever is working in college, right? I would just tell them to build a chat application and learn everything about chat, like WebSockets, different things, and then build a YouTube streaming, like similar application, and then learn everything about that. That would be my advice to just basically replicate the real life systems. Those are good enough projects, bro. No one is expecting you to kind of build a own startup in college, right? That's not at all required. What you're expected is to be good at DSA. And then people don't do that because they are not aware of that, right? So I am telling you, I'm coming here every day and telling you guys, DSA is the important thing. Don't skip DSA. Like the day companies stop asking DSA, I'll myself come live and then say that don't do DSA. Right now, I have friends in third year. Their colleges, companies like Uber, Atlassian, all are visiting. And then they all companies ask you DSA questions. So then why do you guys are not doing DSA questions? Why you are worried about? So you have not given any online course and you are in your third year or fourth year because you are giving OAs. So what you were you doing for last 2 years? That either my audience is all the people who didn't know it or they are just lazy enough not to do DSA. So there's some gap. So I think I said a lot of things in a hurry, but yeah, let me know if this was helpful advice. Thank you, Jason Elva. I hope I was not rude, bro. I'm just telling you the truth. Don't worry, bro. Don't don't worry about projects and all. So Jason Alva question I have answered. So that means Jason Alva answered. Light Yummy I have answered. Anonymous, 1 year of experience as a software engineer. How can I start DSA too? So, bro, Anonymous, this is important for you, this video. Everything is there in that video. Go ahead and watch it. If you have any question, you can come here again. Then I'll be happy enough to answer your question, like in another detail. Hey, I am 22 pass out, have theoretical knowledge. Bro, see, theoretical knowledge is good enough, not good enough, bro. How many companies did you apply to code with Arnab? You need to apply to thousands of openings, then only you'll get calls, bro. Don't just apply to one company and wait for the call. That's not gonna happen, never gonna happen. Apply to thousands of openings. Apply more and practice more. Just again, those who are new people coming to this live stream, and guys, we can see we have 30 people watching and then close to 17 likes. So, humble request to everyone like Shalman sir, I have completed A to Z. Should I? Yes, you should give interviews, bro. Yeah, I'm in 12th. Which should be? Vihan, go ahead with C++, bro. C++ or Java. I personally use Java, but I recommend C++ because eventually you can become a very good competitive programmer. So, Vihan, but really good, bro, if you are in 12th. So, one advice for you is companies do pay a lot of money if you are skillful. If you have learned, if you have worked hard in your life, if you know the good exposure. So exposure is what is missing in Indian people. They they are hardworking. They they just don't know what to do. So Vihan, what I would advise you is that you can even get very good internships by end of first year itself. So welcome to the stream. You Chiro है कि hello bro, most of the system covered in Java. I'm good with C++, but can you suggest a good resource that covers most of the topic? Bro, I personally use Java, C++, Java itself, bro. So leverage ChatGPT. That would be my answer to you, Yuichiro. But it is a partial answer, so I'll not increase the count. 1 year of experience, how can correct? Anonymous, I have replied to your question. Light Yamni replied, applied. Rahul Sharma, okay, sir. Check in his 3000 problems. Okay, that's good. Bayali has already applied. Thank you, Bayali. Bhai, I'm going to participate. Oh, that's good, bro. Arranger, I myself. Oh, GSOC, you mean this is like a girl script thing or this is like a GSOC? Google Summer of Code. There are double S, so not sure. Probably Arranger type the same thing to ChatGPT and then see what is the answer. See, this is something you guys should do. I'll do live in front of you guys. The Arranger, put a comment if you're listening. See, now let's see. So that is a good one. You should always read the README, and whenever you write the code, you should also have a proper README. You should communicate with the team. That's good. And also understand the issue. Yes, you should always do a git pull. You should never submit a large PR. You should always make sure your PRs are small so that it is easy to review. Ignoring, you should not ignore. So proper commit message should always be there. It should not be like updated, fixed, or you should handle null pointer in user service. This is a good one. Test your changes and always be patient. Don't ping everyone. Hey, do the review. Hey, do the review. See, bro, this is good enough answer. So leverage this AI, guys. That's how you should leverage AI. Cool, Arranger. Arranger, if you're listening, put a comment in the chat. You were listening. Okay. Cool, guys. Now I'll take up all the remaining questions. After time, I'll take it them at 12 because I need also to do this, complete this problem. So I have answered 15 questions. And just a request to guys, whoever have joined new, please feel free to like, give this stream a like. Sorry guys, if someone was waiting. I kind of do it mix of both. It's ask me anything and also question answers, right? Krish, welcome, welcome, bro, welcome. Bye, bro, bye. Cool. So we were here that we have a rate limiter, we have a class that implements that. So not this is a config class, we have a rate limiter, we have a config class, and then this is token button and implementing that, and then this toker button is for each of the user. Now the next thing is we want to run it, right? So either we can use a factory pattern here. Let me also leverage factory pattern. Now whenever I have multiple kind of rate limiters, right? So factory pattern helps. So what I will do is public class rate limiter factory because I want to get rate limiter based on a type, right? So I'll just say that this function will be of type static because I don't want to initiate this class. And then I'll say that it will return rate limiter, right? And then I will say that create rate limiter or get rate limiter. This is the function. Probably get rate limiter is better. And what we are going to see is we are going to get a rate limiter type, right? Now then I'll say that switch case type. Again, I could make that, but this is good enough, I think. So now case if it is so again I should not use string here. Let's not use string actually. Enum. Uh, if it is fixed, why there is no indentation? We will just return new. We'll just create a. So as of now, we have not implemented that. So what I will say is that let's just for now answer token bucket and then return new token bucket rate limiter. Okay, and we also need a config. And we could just say that it is not implemented here. So let's just say that. But we understand now that if I have to get our rate limiter right, so rate limiter token bucket new. So now I could just use that basically rate limiter factory dot get rate limiter, and then here I will pass in the type, which is uh, type dot token bucket. So basically the concept here is that now I can just add new things here, and this might be on the UI side of things, right? So we don't need to make any change here. So that's just the aim of this thing. So that's the so everyone who is coming in new, guys, please feel free to ask questions, and I'll be taking up all the questions in the chat, right? Don't feel like I'm not answering. Did I put a comment in the chat? Let me pin. So that is now factory pattern, right? Now let's just run it for then, and then we can conclude it, and then we'll have to extend it, right? So now let's simulate rate limiting. So let's say for that, okay, let me ask Copilot only. I want it here only. Command K, right? Give me a helper function to run. Let's see what it does. So in this, what it has done is to test token bucket. So we have provided this limiter, and then we have also a user ID. Now what is happening is uh, we make this, so we have a user ID, and we are making this, and then we are adding a delay of 50 seconds. Let's accept, and then let's run. Allowed. All the requests are being allowed, and these are being denied. Why? Because we make 10 requests and we sleep for 50 seconds. Let's improve it more. That's how you should leverage AI, bro. Don't completely rely on AI. Shubham, this is cursor, bro. Similar to Copilot, but it is free. Rohit Singh, bro, I will reply. I have mentioned on the pinned message that I'll take at questions at 12 now. So I'll reply. Don't worry. Okay. Bro, you should only add project Shivam. Then there is no point of adding anything else. You should add achievements if you have like good achievements like good ranking on LeetCode and whatnot. Rohit Sharma, bro, it's because which new question that you are changing. So Rohit Singh, for your question only, right? I'm bringing this site again. See, first of all, give a lead code contest and judge where do you guys stand, and then pick a problem from here. Don't pick problem randomly. Or don't start solving problem of the day. That's not recommended, right? So I'll be answering from the latest. If I'm not answering anyone's question, please ask again. Just copy paste it. So whichever question is coming first, the down, I'll be answering that. Shubham answered. Participates in lead code contest and then accordingly decide. Yes, it will look empty, bro. Then just add projects. Then which year you are in? Vamsi Krish. What is your question, Vamsi Krish? I was learning web dev now, front end now, learning Java, but nowadays, bro, don't worry about AI, bro. Just leverage AI and then learn yourself how to crack OAI, Satyam Singh. 4th year, bro. 3 years you have passed out, and your resume is empty, bro. But don't worry, you still have time. Still get some good achievements by solving problems on YouTube. And put whatever you have so far and then start applying. People do understand that in college generally uh, you might have so what sections you have. Skill section you can put, then you can put education sections, project section, and then maybe certification section. Those kind of things you gotta put. I use the Vedi, sure. Please put here. I can do both, bro. Let me change. Chat, anything, bro. So I have answered 20 questions. It's, I think, good questions. I'm happy to end the stream. Just a request, guys, again, I have to ask this. You can see there are 26 people watching, but the likes are not because new users come in and the likes are very less. So don't forget to press the, it helps. Probably. So for demonstration, we assume that rate limiter is a token bucket rate limiter that we already know. So this we don't have to put it here. This is what we did. So I can just change this to rate limiter, and then this is also rate limiter because I know that it is a, and then dot. So so in straightforward, you'll not be able to get the user buckets like this. So how is our design? We will just pass allow request to that. This itself is not. This is for the state thing, I think. All the requests after 6 are denied. But why they are denied? Because we have 5 requests and time window is 10 seconds. Refill rate is this. So time window is important in this? No. Only thing that is important is this. So every 1 second we will add that. But this request will run if let's say I make the refill rate 0, there is no refill rate, let's say. Then we'll see how many requests. Probably again 5, right? Now let's say I change the max request to 2. Then we'll see how many requests. Still it is allowing these many requests. Should not happen. Okay, so the bucket size. Yes, so it is only passing 2 requests. Yeah, so I think basic thing is working. Now the aim should be to implement another kind of the sliding window one, right? Sriyanga, bro, even I want to become crazy good in DSA. Just saw your LinkedIn profile. How did you strengthen your content? How did you secretly commented in one of your past videos? Sriyanga, this not sure if you have watched this video, but this is the main reason that I had gotten this good in intuition because I participated heavily in the contest. So you should participate heavily in the concept. That's first thing. Sriyanga, this is the first link, and then the second link is this. Leverage this website as much as you can. Pratik, how was your interviews, bro? Pratik, how are you, bro? Oh, oh, don't worry, bro. What happened? Renga answered. Aditya, annual course on what, bro? There are already so many courses, bro. See, there is one thing that I'll be probably starting soon. So once I have like 5K subscribers, maybe probably I'll start that. So I'll be creating like 10 to 20 minutes design videos. So let me show you guys something. Just give me a minute. Okay. So let me open Xcali here as well. So whenever I learn any of the design, right? So let me see which thing I can copy. So from multiple resources, I have read multiple books. I have read so many books. Okay, and based on from different books, I have designed different platforms. So I'm not able to find that actually. Yeah, so there it is. Let me. So this was one of the designing Yelp. So right, you guys can see it, right? You guys can see the UI. So just put a comment, hey, or can see in chat if you guys can see it. And then each of this component would be different. So let's say if I put this design also here, you can think of it like Google reviews. Yelp is similar to Google reviews. Can see, right? Now, what I've thought is instead of creating big videos, so whatever final design comes in, let's say this is the final design, okay? I am thinking of creating like 10 to 15 minutes video on this, just like design Yelp in 10 minutes. Because when I give interviews, right, when I used to give interviews like 6 or 8 months back, what problem that I faced is like how to revise quickly. So then probably in 10 minutes you can know what is the best design or like the complete design. From that you guys can learn. And it's probably for myself also down the line after a couple of years I can also watch those videos. But it will be restricted to like 10, 15 minutes or at max 20 minutes. And I'll be going through the requirements and the design and then like the capacity estimations. So for example, let's say if I talk about this, right? This will take probably like 5 to 7 minutes. Not five, I'll probably cover this in 5 minutes because I'll be going very fast, right? If someone wants to like take a step back, they can do watch the video on a slow way. But the main aim of the 10 to 15 minutes will be to cover the best design or the deep dive design. Now, if you guys want to learn in a slow manner, then LXU book. That's what this is anyway not a learning resource. This would be kind of a revision resource, revision video or a quick watch video. So whoever was listening, can you put a comment in a chat whether that will be anyway helpful? If no, then I'll probably need to scratch that idea. But that's an idea that came to my mind. So just let me know what do you think of that idea. Yes, similar for LED. If you see similar for LED and HLD, both things I'll be doing. So see, that's what I'm doing. So I'll design this rate limiter and then I only DSA guide I'll reply to that later, bro. But main thing that I was asking, there are like 30 people watching, but I guess no one listened. So Pratik, if you yes, that would be helpful. So got the three things. So Pratik, to your question, right? So if I go to playlist. LLD. So if you see, I have already started doing that. So snake and ladder 20. So if you see, there was a comment from someone, not sure on this. See, we need more LLD interview solution. There are a lot of LLD resources. They are not interview focused. They are wrong in terms of the design, or they are more than 1 hour long, which is not possible in interview. So that's my aim. That was my aim of creating this thing. So I'll be going through this really fast. I went like did that in 20 minutes. So similar thing I'll do for HLD and then LLD. But for LLD, I need to do. some hard work in creating the design myself. That is where I come to live stream and do that. Cool guys, I think if that is helpful, then I will do that. Please do watch those videos. Yeah, this is the thing. This is the thing. So, in lot of videos, lot there are good resources as well, but lot of the videos, right? You will see that there will be jargons of Spring Boot. So Prateek might have worked in Spring Boot, right? There will lot of things that okay, use what is the concept in Spring Boot? There is concept of beans, and there is a concept of creating a MVC architecture. So you will have a repository, you will have a API layer, and you will have all that time. But bro, you don't have that much time in an interview. So snake and ladder people will expect you to implement in 45 minutes. You don't have those much. Yes, so it works both ways, right? You should have both ways. So now for snake and ladder, it doesn't really make any sense to have a glass diagram. But if you go to this parking lot, there are two videos because these two videos are directly different. So one of your interview could be heavily relied on a class diagram. You would be expected to design this and explain each layer of it. That would be your first way of interview based on who is taking your interview. And then the second version could be your second way. This is like this would be the code version of it. So that is the reason, right? But if you see both of these videos, this is just like a 10-minute, but this is like a 20 minutes. But the thing is that these videos are not getting spread, so you can see just 200 views. So that's why I'm just thinking that once I have a good user base, then probably I'll do that. Then it would be more helpful for other people also. So that is my reason of not doing that currently. I'll be probably sharing my other interview experience first and then I'll start creating resources videos. That's my honest take. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions. Open to everything. Cool. So next change in this rate limiter would be, bro, tic-tac-toe you should be able to do code. But I don't think in tic-tac-toe class diagram is required. Like, did they ask you to specifically do design the class diagram? I was able to do tic-tac-toe. It has been asked in one of my interview also. Like when 8 months back, when I was at my cream. Don't judge me by this level, right? Because now it is more of a fun thing with you guys. When I was preparing you, I was not having these kind of things. I was completely focused. Yes, yes, that they will ask, bro. But did they ask you to design a class diagram? Vam Krish, I'm not able to solve easy DSA. Bro, let me know if you are able to solve this question. I'm going to share a easy problem with you. This is for you, Vam Krish. Solve this. Let me know in chat. I'll wait for 5 to 10 minutes and then let me know in chat if you're able to solve it. Yeah, yeah, bro. Classes and all. It should be very quick, bro. In tic-tac-toe, it should be really quick. Just again, a humble request, guys. Whoever is watching, feel free to just give it a like if you guys have not done. So I'm just tic-tac-toe should be really, really quick, bro. Tic-tac-toe should be like a okay, let's do tic-tac-toe only next. After this, we'll design tic-tac-toe. Who is Parvat Mishra talking to? Did they ask tic-tac-toe? Tic-tac-toe Prabhat Mishra class diagram is not at all feasible. It's like what you will design only two class. One will be a board class and then one will be like a uh, what other class? Like a game class. Game class only cannot be designed. You will only have a board class in tic-tac-toe. What other class will be there? No class will be there. Like a main class will be tic-tac-toe. Player class, bro. Player class will just have the name. I know player class will be there, but it will just have the name and the symbol. That's not, that's just a small class. But yes, board player, game class, game demos, four classes will be there. So tomorrow we will design tic-tac-toe. Let's do it, guys. So yeah, that's the thing, Pratik. More practice. I understand your point. Um, let's say tomorrow we will do tic-tac-toe. Danish made advice for freshers. Sir, this is the advice for freshers right on my screen. And Vamsi Krish, I'll be waiting for you, bro. Try that question. Just again, like if there is anyone new, please feel free to hit the like button, guys. It helps. Sabhi, bro, watch System Design book by Alexiu. Bro, you don't have to use nested. Vamkresh, I'll explain the solution. Don't have to use nested. Think. See, bro, you have started from 3 to 5 days, and now then you are saying that I'm not able to solve. It's been 6 years that I am doing DSA. Bro, how in 3 to 5 days that you'll be able to solve? Then you are like putting pressure on your mind. Bro, you do DSA first, Srikangam. Do DSA first. This is the book that I always say. Read this. Vamsi Krish, do you want me to explain the problem? I'll just take a minute to explain that. Bro, bored with tutorials. Bro, then how you will learn, bro, then? So see, they are asking that return the maximum value of this. So you are just minusing one. So that means that you will anyway minus that from the biggest integer. So you can just sort this, right? Sort the array and then return it. Return the last two. And length will always be two. So it's like a one line solution or maybe two line arrays dot sort nums. And then you return nums dot length minus one. And from this number you will minus one. And then you will do star and then do nums dot length minus 2 and then do minus 1 and then now by no means this problem will be never asked to you in an interviewer, but it is a good start, right? You guys, if you are if you are new, you guys could start from this. See this Vamsi Krish, you are saying that I am not able to solve. Start from low rated problems, bro, and then go to this level. This level, see my level is 2000. You understand what I put there? 2000 plus lead code contest rating. So that means that if I pick this problem, there are 200% chances that I will not be able to solve it. Now, there are very good chances that so that is why I was able to solve these problems because my rating is around 2000, and that is also not so accurate. So that doesn't mean I'll always be. So that means that I have a good chance in solving problems from 1800 to 2000. That's the thing, right? Chaita mein nahi hu, no, bro. I'm not solving problems as of now. I need to finish this problem. It was just to explain the proof of concept, bro, to Vamsi Krish. Yes, so Vamsi Krish start solving now, okay? Start solving from lower level, bro. I think I have answered close to 25 questions now. So cool, guys. I think I have taken plenty of questions. Now I'll be just focusing on solving this problem. I've answered close to 25 questions, and I just need to work on putting one more system here because as of now this only has one kind of rate limiter. I want to put another rate limiter type here so that it actually makes sense. So let me just think how we will be implementing the window based. So basically that means that fixed window is that in that given window you should be only able to solve those many, allow those many requests. So for each user we will have a window. Like for example, let's say user 1 came in at 10th second. So that is a start for him. And then from that 10th setting to 22nd, I can only allow some things. So if the current time and the window start is greater than window size milliseconds, that means that I can move, then I can create a new window basically from that time. Or if let's say the time has not passed, then I can get how many requests I've answered in that time. And then yeah, it is fairly very easy, bro. Fixed window is very easy. Okay, makes sense. Meet, bro, I'll answer your question. You should not think like that, bro. Like if you have learned C, then start DSA in C. Anyway, it's not like that you'll remember everything always. It's never going to be like that. Don't cheat, bro. Don't cheat at all. Bit lucky, bro, because let's say if there are this is happened with my friends also. And it had happened with me also when I was in college. So then everyone is able to solve all the questions in the online assessment, right? And the company only could shortlist some. They choose different mechanisms, like they could either shortlist you based on CGPA, but no one really knows what is the reason. So there is no guarantee, basically. So I've answered Pitloki's question as well. So now, Abhi, bro, I have already done that, bro. You should go to this thing. I always suggest check resume template. This is the best resume template. If you need more details around this, let's see if my channel is coming. It's coming. So if you want more details around that, you can watch this resume video where I have explained resume format, resume section, customization, and length. Those would be Sabi. Prateek. Yes, bro. Everyone can start their own challenge once they feel that they have good information to give back to the community. See, bro, what other alternative you have with Loki? Is there, do you know something else if you do, you will eventually? It's not going to waste time, right, bro? You don't think like that. If you're thinking like that, then there is no point. But yeah, now I'll just implement this class. This is like a fixed window rate limiter, and that is going to implement rate limiter, right? What things do I need to know? I need to know how many requests I have answered in this, and then what is the start and the end of the user window. Start and the end of the window for each user ID, that is one thing. And the second thing is uh, how many requests have been answered per user. So we can take a different way here. Bro, I never checked my ATS score, bro. Bro, I never checked my ATS. If I'm true, like I did once, it was close to 60. So ATS is not just the only metric. So couple of ways are there. One is that you can, like for each user ID, I need a count, right? For each user ID, I need a count. And then for each user ID, I need a start. So let's do it in this way, right? And I can get rid of this AI. I don't need it for now. And then atomic integer, uh, I'm going to use, but because I think this is mainly for concurrencies thing. So user request count, how many requests I have answered, new concurrent hash map, and then private final map, and long user window start is equal to new concurrent hash map. Right, so this is like going to give me the start, and then again I need to have a rate limit config. This is another design choice probably to check whether we should keep it separate or where we should keep it. So when these are wrong, I should have not kept it here. So when first time this is initialized, I will be passing config and then I'll be doing this dot config is equal to config and this dot user request count is equal to new concurrent hash map and this dot start is equal to new concurrent hash map. Why is this giving the cannot resolve a type of final is not needed? Yes, so now this is good enough. Now then we need to override our override public uh, boolean. This is like me overriding allow request. And what it will take? It will take not, it will just take a user ID. Now then I'll take long current time is equal to term dot current milliseconds. So now I need to check whether this user is there in the system, right? Last time. So probably if this user itself is not there, if there is a window started, then it means the user is there, right? So then I can say uh, long window user, or let's check current time and start time is equal to user window dot start get or default with this user ID or current time, right? Now, if this time frame is within the size of the window, if current time minus start time is within config dot get time window milliseconds. If it is within that, then that means that you have to check whether the count is less than equal to 2, right? So count will be user request dot. Here you don't need to basically do get or default, but still. Otherwise, you will say new atomic integer, which is 0, comma increment and get. So basically that will return 1. Right? Need to convert it into. So whatever answer you're getting, you want to increment and then get that, right? Now if this count is less than equal to your config.limit can be satisfied. Otherwise, this means that your window has, so you can start a new window from this time itself. So what we will say that user window start dot put user ID, and then current time, starting a new window, and then user request dot put user ID, and then new atomic integer and 1, and then probably return true. So this is fixed window, right? Now let me just ask AI to kind of okay, give me another function to test fixed window plus first learn how I have implemented it. Cool. Guys, whoever is watching, let me know if you guys know about LLD, whether this is making any sense. If you guys know why this is, why it has put it here, bro. This has to go outside. So this is, and then it will need to, we need to have a rate limiter also, right? So rate limiter, config can be stayed the same. I need a time window millisecond, that is 10 seconds. So rate limiter fixed window bucket get rate limiter fixed, but I have not actually implemented it in factory. So case rate limiter and test. So this is UMC. So basically all the requests are allowed for because there is the window size is 10. So let's make time window size 1 and max, let's call this as 10,000 only, but the bucket size is 2, right? So it dot get max request, config dot get max request is max request. A max request that can be answered are only 2. But how much is the delay? You are setting for 5 milliseconds. Which rate limiter I am passing? Is definitely some issue. Hmm, All the best, bro. All the best, bro. Gaurav Singh Fit Lottery. Good luck, guys. Good luck. Saurav Kapade, bro. Rate limiter. Arvind S. Rate limiter is good. Sorry, neat code is good, bro. Neat code is good. Or fixed somehow is not. How come it is allowing each of the request? Did I save my test fixed window? You are passing fixed window. This is get rate limiter fixed. So I think it is not even calling that method, bro. Testing token bucket. This it is not even coming here, bro. Testing fixed. Okay, making 10 request. Okay, and then output. And why you are not printing println? So the window makes louder too, bro. Allowed, allowed. How come each of the request is getting allowed? Oh, bro. Yeah, I'll be answering some questions, bro, just in a minute. Just debugging this code. I think this rate limiter itself is not going. Current trend but will always be less than that, right? So we never increase the increment value. So there is a bug here. So we should put that also here, right? Me, this is wrong, bro. If I count still current. Something is happening. I just is always falling. So bro, I'm currently working at Microsoft. Sir, how much time Spring Boot should we know? Bro, I myself don't know much of Spring Boot. questions. Hey guys, there are 16 concurrent viewers. Just put a comment in the chat if you're still here and if you have any questions, right? You can just copy paste the same question. And before I go to sleep, I'll just answer that. So I'll be taking up questions. If anyone is watching, guys, I'll just repeat for a minute. If you guys have any questions, just put a comment in a chat and then I'll take up your questions. Otherwise, I'll be ending the stream in next 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. Repeating again. Hello, am I audible? Hello, 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 hello. There are 20 people watching. Uh, there are 20 people watching. Does anyone has any questions? If all of these 20 visions, please guys ask in next 3 to 4 minutes. I'll just drop off, otherwise I'll end the stream. But don't put yes or hello, just ask the question. Okay, guys. So 26 questions I have answered in this stream. That's a very good one. Sabir, so you will get confidence once you have a very good rating on lead code, probably around 1600, not 1600, 1700 is good, and you are able to solve first two problems on the contest. That is another thing. Not all contests, but generally you should be able to use first two. So those are my metrics, bro. This becomes okay, cool guys. I'll end up the stream. Thank you everyone. If anyone's questions are left, please feel free to come again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.